on his way to becoming a dancer, having been picked to star in a music video, before an eye infection set his fate on a new course. While working as a doorman at Vienna's coolest party spot, he was discovered by the producers of Austria's #1 cable TV fashion show. They signed him up as host, and the rest is history. Now he's about to hit the big screen worldwide in what he calls the hottest documentary about a hot white guy since The Passion of the Christ.
Papa, I'm Bruno. I'm
Herr Milan Fashion Week.
I'm going to wear the jumpsuit made entirely out of Velcro.
You go out now.
Yeah. Wait a second.
Tell me out of it.
Look at the four of us. We are so like the Sex and the City girls. Which one are you, Donny?
I ain't either one of them. I'm Donnie.
That is such a Samantha thing to say.
Please welcome the one and only Bruno! Supple hands. The problem is, normally I'd say I don't know where to look, but I do know where to look, and it's confronting. Come on around, please.
Yeah, just keep your eyes here, right?
I will do. Come on around, please. Why don't you?
I've got a boyfriend, and I'm totally faithful to him.
OK, that's good.
Apart from blowjobs, obviously.
That's good, that's good. Just checking. Sure. Stop it. Wow. Well, obviously...
Who's the fag hag?
That's Sandra D. Now, obviously, straight off the top, you're a very handsome, very stylish man. And, you know, because you know your fashion so well, I'd have to ask, do you have any fashion tips?
Again, you just did it
I'm
again.
sorry, I know.
Just stop
and
it.
I pointed.
At least Russell Crowe took me to a movie first.
But do you have any fashion tips you could share with us?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's really important to, like, treat your clothes like you would do your pet. You know, love it for a week, then put it in a zip-up bag, and then throw it in the river. The other thing is vax.
Vax, yes.
You know, how hairy... Rove, can I ask you, how hairy is your Kugelsack? You know what?
You actually looked. You properly looked.
I wish I hadn't. You've
Not as much as I
got
do.
a Wolverine down there. You know, I was hoping that it would be kind of stretched and, you know, taut like Nicole Kidman's face. But no.
So, now...
you know, I've got no hair on my body at all, apart from this treasure trove. You know, more men have walked down there than Sydney High Street. Yeah, but you've got to... Rove, you've got to sort that out.
I can't.
You've got to get rid of all of that. Manscaping.
It's big.
You've got to get your Arschenhalle bleached as well. Yeah.
My Arschenhalle.
Your Arschenhalle's got to be... If I didn't get my Arschenhalle bleached twice a week, it would look like Louis Armstrong during a trumpet solo. You know? Also, on my last session, you know, the guy who was doing it, it was really lucky because he found the head of a Mad Max action figure up there.
Good times.
Yeah. Mel Gibson's like a hero.
Fair enough. Now, I've been seeing a lot of photos of you lately, and some of them...
Oh, really?
Yeah, the good ones, legally. I've seen them legally. And
I'm
there's
still trying to get the image of your hairy Kugelsack out of it.
roll with it.
I haven't seen that much hair since the 80s.
I do need an afro comb, I think. But I've seen some shots of you, and quite a few where you've been in the nude. And I'm scared to ask this, but is that the latest fashion? Like, is nude the new black?
Well, you know, why would I cover myself up? You know, I put a lot of work into this body. I go to the gym twice a week, mainly for sex in the shower. You know, and I throw up almost 8 times a day. So. You know so what I'd like to wear. You know, I would really like to wear Russell Crowe's thighs as earrings. And his Kugelsack as a bow tie.
That would be confronting. That would be very confronting. Yeah, I mean, obviously you have a very...
He's not being shot, is he? He's not actually on television. I'm sorry.
But you have, I mean,
I don't want to look down your underhood.
But you have...
Disappointing.
You have a very...
You've got a little lion's mane down there.
And it wants to be tamed. Now, you have a very avant-garde look. How is it that you manage to stay ahead of the pack?
You know, Rove, I have always been a trendsetter, you know?
Yeah.
I was the first Austrian to get bulimia, you know. That's right. You know, it's got it in 1987. That's 3 years before Diana had it. No big deal whatsoever. Suck on that lemon, bitch. You know, and Austrians have always been fashionable. Like, we basically styled World War II, which was like World War I, except much, much better. You know, Hitler, I mean, however I know there's been a lot of controversy about him recently. Let's not get into that debate, you know, whether he was right or wrong, you know. But he always looked great, you know. But I did actually find out recently that, in my opinion, he was a little bit of a bitch.
Really? Really?
I met a guy who was like the grandson of his personal assistant, and apparently behind closed doors, he was like a real tyrant.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, worse than Elton.
You think you know somebody? See, well, I'd describe you as an inspiration myself. But do you draw inspiration from other people, or where do you get your inspiration from?
You know, I'm inspired. Really?
Oh, I'm sorry, I've hit a nerve.
No, I'm inspired by the great thinkers out there, you know, Aristotle, Plato, Shakira. You know, I feel connected to, like, Jesus and Gandhi as well, because all 3 of us look great in our underpants. You know, and also Naomi Campbell, you know, the amazing model.
Yeah.
Personal friend of mine, despite 20 years at the top of the fashion industry, you know, she has not changed a bit and has remained a total bitch.
Isn't that nice to know? That's very nice to know. Because people change. You just never know.
People do change. You need a change.
Seriously, I'm going to work on it. Now, is there and I wouldn't necessarily class myself